That said, let's focus on the metal space. Economic downturn across the globe, it could impact commodity prices, including metals. Trump has also announced 25% tariff on steel as well as aluminium, while China, well, they plan to restructure its steel industry. India also has plans with regard to safeguard duty on steel imports. So what's the outlook looking like? We have Amit Dixit, the analyst at ICICI Securities, who joins in on the show. Hi, Amit. Good morning. And I'm just looking through your note that you put out this morning. On ferrous, you're seeming positive. The problem is, though, that there is plenty of uncertainty. So does this positive stance factor in Trump's tariff or what he's announced so far? And also, if the US economy could slow down, that could put this positive stance into question, right?
Yeah, hi.
Amit? Yeah.
Yeah, hi, good morning. So thanks for having me on the show. Our positive stance on the sector is due to two factors. There is first of all local factors. The local factors being that the consumption growth, if you look at the month of January, it has improved to 10.4% from 7% and 4% respectively in the month of December and November. So clearly, we see that consumption growth remains robust in the country. The second point is on imports. So imports have actually come off successively due to the apprehension of safeguard duty coming in at any point in time. So once the safeguard duty investigations started in December, we have seen that imports and the tendency to book imports by the traders has come down. Thirdly, if you look at the steel prices, so from being very static in the month of January, we have found that in March, actually, people have taken a hike of roughly 1,500 rupees a ton. And my own channel checks indicate that the quantum of increase could be to the tune of 2,000 rupees until now. So clearly, spreads are improving, profitability is likely to improve. And as far as the macros are concerned, see, one can't lose the sight of significance of this announcement by NDRC. This is for the first time in 5 years, NDRC documents talk about anything about production cuts. There has been mention of stable production, but never of production cut. In fact, it's a decadal thing, I would say. The last time we heard of production cuts in China was in 2016, when coincidentally, in macros we were grappling with the similar aspect that that booming exports of China are slowing growth everywhere. Now, as far as the tariffs are concerned, well, these are known to be detrimental to the sector. However, if India institutionalizes safeguard duty to prevent imports, I would say that this would be a very positive step. As I understand, 90 days have elapsed since the investigation have started. So we could hear about the decision anytime soon. And I think that would be the positive thing for the sector. Steel, do remember that it's a very local commodity. It is becoming a very local commodity in light of the localized prices, the tariffs by all the countries on each other. So it has to be seen in this way. As long as our consumption growth remains robust, and that is the stark change from the last time, that we are in the fourth year of a double-digit consumption growth. I think you can't ward that off. So despite the overall, risk factors, I believe that steel would perform relatively better compared to non-ferrous in such a scenario.
All right, Amit, if there is a safeguard duty, what is the number you're working with? And since the domestic steel is as it is at a premium in comparison to imported steel, what is the headroom we'll see on pricing? Or is it more in terms of operating leverage that will play out in favor of the ferrous names?
So in my view, it would be the later, because the thing is that already we were running neck to neck with the landed price of imports, but the price hike in the month of March has put it at a slight premium of roughly 4%. While 4% is not something that one should lose the sleep over, because generally, historically, we have seen that domestic prices have remained at a premium of 5% compared to the landed price of imports. Nevertheless, I think that the safeguard duty will not be an opportunity for people to increase prices. In fact, what I see that imports, which were quite high to the tune of around 0.7 to 1 million tons every month, are likely to come down. And that would actually give headroom, give space for domestic players to expand their volumes. And there are two domestic players who actually have the capacities ready, JSW Steel and Tata Steel. I think they will be relatively better than the others.
Okay, all right. And your top picks come up for our viewers on the screen as well. Thanks a lot, Amit. You're sounding confident with regard to the ferrous space. Consumption growth is good. Imports are slowing down. And if there is a kicker with regard to safeguard duty as well, that will bode well as well. Thanks a lot for joining in.